Hello there. I just loved my hair and I want to make something beautiful that would go round this part that I packed up. And it's going to be a scrunchie. Now to make a scrunchie, don't worry, we'll make it together. They're going to need a 4mm hook size. They are going to need, I use this particular yarn. It's acrylic yarn, but it's man-made cotton fiber anti-pearl. Because I loved my hair, I want to be careful with the kind of yarn that come in contact with it, because I don't want to have piling. I don't want to have anything shredding or getting into my hair and then locking over time. So this yarn seems to be the best option if you're going for acrylic. It's cottonish. It's 100% premium acrylic. It's 250 meters or 273 yards, 100-gram net weight, and yeah, for the most part you're going to be using almost 1 year. You're going to be needing almost everything, so please make sure you get your hands on this brand. The brand is Papatia Cottonish Anti-Pearl Man-Made Cotton Fiber. I think I'm going to try and make it show a little bit more so you can see what I'm getting. If you don't have access to this, don't worry. You can just be switching your colors as you work so that your project will come out. I like colors by now. Your project will come out very, very colorful and nice. So that's it about the yarn. And like I said, a 4mm crochet hook. I'm going to be using my handwrit here, but it doesn't have the 4mm on it, so I had this to describe it to you. And then lastly, of course, you are going to need just one of this elastic band. So I have this smallish tight one. I think I had the pack of it, but I don't need the pack, obviously. I need just one. And that being said, get your cottonish yarn, or you can use 100% cotton yarn if you so wish, because hair is delicate. You don't want to use piling acrylic that would get into your hair and mess up your hair. Get your 4mm crochet hook. Get your hairband, elastic. So I want to pick my yarn, and of course I have my elastic. I'm going to tie a slip knot. I believe you know how to do that by now. So I'm going to tie a slip knot like so, and the next thing I want to do is I want to attach it to my band, just like this. So you're going to go in, and then you have like a sort of a single crochet. You want to attach it to your elastic band. So from tying a slip knot, you attach a single crochet to your elastic band. And now what I want to continue doing is very simple. It's just single crochets all around the band. Single crochets all around the band. So I'm going to continue making single crochet, and the more I make it, I'm going to make sure that I shift it so they are very close to each other. Single crochet all around the band. Remember that as you make this single crochet, you want to make sure that you are shifting your stitches together so they are tight. Yeah, something like this. Can you see how tight they are, how closely knitted they are? I know just crochet, but then they are closely knitted. So you're going to continue making single crochet like so until you get to the end, and I'll see you shortly. Now that I'm at the end, I'm going to add a couple more single crochet, and remember to keep pulling your work back so you have enough space to add more single crochet. And at this point, I'm just going to go to the very beginning of my stitches, which is right here. I'll go to the top of it and then bring out my yarn all out, and then I'm going to chain 3 for the next row, just like so. I'm going to leave this particular part out because it's quite chunky and a little complicated to crochet over. Now for the next row, after you have chained 3, you're just going to add 2 more double crochet into the same stitch like this. Remember how we used to make double crochet? And then another one. So you have 3 double crochet in the same stitch, and for every single stitch you want to add 3 double crochet. Just like this. Go to the next one again, and you have 3 double crochet in the same stitch. This is the basics that forms any ruffle. Just continue to increase it by adding 3 double crochet until you get to the end, and I'll see you shortly. And as you continue making 3 double crochet in a stitch, your project will start looking something like this. Mind you, we've done just one row. It's not even gone to the other row of double crochet. So I'm just going to continue to do 3 double crochet in one stitch, like so, until I get here. Now that I'm at the end, I'm going to go to the top of my chain 3. You know, we started chain 3 for the double crochet row, so I'm just going to go to the top of my chain 3. Let me show you properly. Here, it's here, like this, and bring out my yarn entirely. Now I've closed this row, and to start the next row, of course, chain 3. And this is the basics to any ruffle, be it a ruffled cap, a ruffled skirt, ruffled sweater, ruffled anything. Anything ruffled just implies that you keep increasing row by row. So if I want the ruffle to continue to ruffle, if there's anything like that, I just want to make another 3 double crochet in every stitch. Now this part will take way more time compared to when you made the first one, because you are essentially doing this times 3 except on another row. So like I said, make 2 extra double crochet, and then you continue to make 3 double crochet in every stitch until you get to the end, and I'll meet you. And as you can see, we are edging towards the end of the second row, and this is what I meant in the beginning, where I say that the secret to all this color changing is in the yarn that you use. If you want more colors and you're using solid colored yarns, you have to keep switching it up. Now continue to make 3 double crochet in one space until you get to the end, because we have one more row to go. That's for this yarn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now the last one. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to join to the top of the third chain like this. Bring out my yarn and then bring it all out, and then I chain 3 for the last row of this yarn. I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing before, which is 2 extra double crochet in the same spot. That's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet, and then 3 double crochet in every stitch until you get to the end. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the secret to any ruffle project you might have come across that just looks like something beautiful is springing out and forming all these curls and forming all these beautiful patterns. You just continually increase every single stitch, and like I said, make 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3 in every stitch, and I'll meet you. So almost done with the 3rd row. I had no idea that it would take me this long, and as you can see, I have just small to go. This is the starting point, and this is the finishing point, so I have about this, and I almost feel like you're not going to notice if I didn't finish it. But let me just show you what I have so far for my ruffled scrunchie. I'm going to put it on my hair. Can you see how interesting it is? I still want to do one more finishing, and I hope it won't be too much, but I'm going to meet you right at the end of this one so we can see if there's a need to add an extra to it, or we can just wear a scrunchie like this. So I'm going to make 3 double crochet into one spot, and then I'm going to slip stitch to the top of my, let me pick the correct one, to the top of my chain here to complete this part of my scrunchie. And as you can see, it looks almost like a cake. It's fluffy, it's flowery, and the yarn that I use also contributed to this beauty. So I'm going to snip this off. And the last thing I want to do is attempt to attach faux yarn. Now I like the way my scrunchie looks already. I want to see if faux yarn is going to look more exotic, or if it's going to be too much. So I'm going to get started. I'll be using the cream color to complement my scrunchie. I don't want blue or anything that is extra bright or just too much. I need something calm, and because it's this kind of yarn, I'm going to be using a bigger hook size, which is a 6mm. With my 6mm, I've taken out the tail of my faux yarn. I'm going to go ahead, and you can start at any point really, but this is a lot of double crochet rows, so I'm going to start anywhere, insert my hook to the top, as you can see here. To insert your hook to the top, my 6mm crochet hook, and then I'm going to start by bringing out my faux yarn and then chaining 1. This being said, I want to make a row of single crochet on every double crochet stitch. A row of single crochet on every double crochet stitch that you have. And this will of course mark the last row of our scrunchie. Like I said, I was a little hesitant about adding it because my scrunchie was already scrunched. It's already very full. But then, why not? Let's be extra. You're going to continue making single crochet, just single crochet. You don't yarn over, you don't pull through 2. You just insert your hook, bring out your yarn, and then bring it all out until you get to the end, and I'll catch you. I told you that I wasn't sure if I was going to like the 4, and it's turning out I probably don't like it. Let me show you. So the issue is when I wear it, I hope you get it. Yeah. So when I wear it like this, as you can see, the 4 parts covers all other colors. So all you see is the 4. By the time I'm done, you're not going to be able to see all these beautiful colors that are on my scrunchie. And this being said, I'm going to be taking it before it's out. And I 100% prefer this version of my scrunchie without any color around it, because this way I get to see all the colors. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, so that whenever any new tutorial pops up, you're going to be the first to know. Now, let's model this scrunchie. I want to see what it's like. Okay.